Want to never die? Want to be in super duper God mode? Well, today I present you my updated Amara God mode build. This is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Do you not want to die? You want to become unkillable? You want to go and experience what no man has experienced before and it never die? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my Amara God mode build that's going to have you laughing at any content that comes your way. Mayhem mode 4? No problem. Mayhem mode 6? No problem. Mayhem mode 10? Can we get Mayhem mode 20? Because Mayhem mode 10 ain't strong enough for me. Now, this build in particular is going to do a lot of things for you guys. It's going to give you unlimited health, unlimited ammo, unlimited power, just pure unlimitedness. You're going to tap the power of the gods. So here we go, guys. This is exactly what you guys are going to need in order to complete this filled build. But before we get started, I have a question for you guys. Of the new update, what is your favorite weapon? Please let me know in the comment section down below. You guys are extremely missing out on really amazing content because you guys are not following us on Twitch and not checking out our live streams. If you guys want to tap into amazing content, really positive vibes, and fun environment, head on over to Twitch. The link is down below and hit us with that follow and make sure you tune in when we go live. Like I said earlier, guys, this is God mode Amara. You're going to have unlimited health, unlimited power, unlimited health regen, unlimited shields, unlimited ammo, unlimited. Without further ado, guys, let's jump into the build and talk about what you guys are going to need and how you want to play with this. Alright, so now let's take a look at the loadout, guys, and where we're going to be spending the majority of our items. We're also going to be taking a look at the loadout. Understanding the loadout and its synergy is going to be extremely important, so you guys are going to make sure you guys pay close attention, because this is also going to determine which weapons you decide to go with if you decide to change any of the weapons that I'm about to showcase. In addition to that, guys, we will be uploading this save file on my Discord channel, so let's get this video to 200 likes so we can do that. So we're going to start off with 3 points into do harm, and what this is going to do is that every time we stack up a rush or we kill an enemy, we're going to get a rush. So the more enemies we kill, the more rush we're going to obtain. And these are stackable, guys. We're able to stack up 10. So basically, you kill 10 people, you get 10 rush stacks. And every time we activate our action skill, it's going to consume all rush. And what that does is once that gets consumed, it's going to give our action skill more damage. So we're dumping 3 points there. Then we're doing 3 points into fast hand. This is going to give you faster reload speed, weapon swap speed, and mode switch speed. Really important because the weapons we're using do require a fast reload. You want to make sure you're reloading as quickly as you can, and you want to make sure you're weapon swapping depending on what type of content you're doing. Then, guys, we have Violent Tapestry. We're dumping 1 point here. Once again, giving us that rash. So for every time that we consume that rash, we're going to get our status effect change to temporarily increase. So our status effect chance will temporarily increase. Then we have 1 point into Alacrity. Now this is going to do, it's going to allow us to increase our reload speed for every rush stack that we do. And after we consume the rush stack, the bonus is increased for a few seconds. So it's going to give us faster reload time. Like I said, our weapon is extremely important. One thing we're picking up here is Soul Swap. So what this is going to do is a portion of the damage dealt by Amara's action skill is returned to her and nearby allies. Really important. This is what makes it super duper tanky and what makes it give us a ton of survivability. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be insane. As you guys see the gameplay, I am not dying to nothing. God mode Amara is finally here. Then we're going to go to the Brawler Tree now. For the Brawler Tree, guys, we're going to be dumping 3 points into personal space. What this is going to do, it's going to give us bonus damage for the weapon that we're shooting, which is really important. We're going to do 2 points into Clarity, which is going to do, it's going to allow us to constantly regenerate our health. And after we use our action skill, the bonus is doubled for a few seconds. Since we could theoretically here kind of spam our action skill, since we could kind of fake grasp, it's going to be stacking up quite often. Then we have 5 points into Arms Deal. What this is going to do is Amara deals increased splash damage. This one's extremely important. You definitely need the 5 points here. And it takes reduced splash damage. So really important because that splash damage is going to be crucial for us being able to stack as much regen. And I'll explain that once we get to the, the gear, how everything is kind of synergizing together. Then, guys, we have 5 points into Helping Hand. For a few seconds after using her action skill, Amara's arm remains active and grants her damage reduction. Really important, especially sometimes when you need a face grasp and there's a lot of enemies and you want to get rid of them really quick. This is going to become very helpful. Then, guys, we're doing 3 points into Mindfulness. Whenever Amara takes damage, she gains a stack of Mindfulness. For every stack of Mindfulness, Amara gains improved shield regeneration delay and movement speed. Really important. Then we're doing 1 with Nature. This is going to dump 2 points here. It's going to increase our max health and our elemental damage resistance based on her action skill element. That's why it's important that we have this shock active once again, once we get to the loadout, I'll explain that. Then, guys, we have Jab Across. What this is going to do, it's going to, whenever Amara deals melee damage to an enemy, she gains an increased action skill damage and increased gun damage for a few seconds. That's what you guys see me in the video. I kept meleeing over and over to activate that and have that proc. Then we're going to dump 1 point into Guardian Angel because you never know when you go down by whoopsie and you want to have your Guardian Angel come there and bring you back to life. Last but not least, guys, we're doing the Fist of the Elementary. Now, for the Fist of the Elementary, guys, we're picking up 1 point into Anima. What this is going to do, it's the status effect is going to deal increased damage over time. Really important. We're just dumping 1 point here. We just want to make sure we have it. We're dumping 3 points into Steady Hand. Weapon handling and accuracy are increased. Now, this one, theoretically, guys, is not extremely that important. You could probably put these 3 points somewhere else that you guys feel that it's a little bit more suffice. But I personally like to keep, like to have it. So I'm gonna leave that one empty here for you guys. If you feel like 3 is too much, you could reduce that to 1 and 2 and maybe put it somewhere else. Then we have an Infusion, converting a portion of damage dealt by Amara's weapon into her action skill element, or you could dump it into Anima, but we like to put a point here. Then we have 5 points into Tempest. After Amara deals elemental damage, shock damage is further increased. Really important. Then we are not picking Elimination Fist, but we are picking a 4 points into Wildfire. Whenever Amara applies a status effect to an enemy, it has a chance to spread out to your nearby enemies. Now this one, if you wanted to dump the extra point here, maybe put 2 here and 1 here. That is actually pretty good. It's going to give you even more damage, so it's going to spread it to 40% as opposed to 32%. But I feel like that 8% is not that much that I wanted to put an extra point there. Then, guys, we have 1 point into Dread. Amara's gun damage is increased for a few seconds after an enemy is grasped. Remember, we're fake grasping, so it's going to be very important. We're going to be getting that constantly. We have, of course, 3 points into my personal build thing of Amara, which is indiscriminate, the ricochet bullets, which is really good. Then we have 1 point into Deep Well. What this is going to do is going to give us increased magazine size. We have 1 point into Categorize. What this is going to do, whenever Amara triggers an elemental effect on an enemy, the enemy dies, the enemy explodes, dealing her atonement element damage. Really important here. And then we have 5 points into Sustainment. Amara gains lifesteal whenever she deals elemental damage. Extremely important. This is going to give us our nice survivability. And then we have Forceful Expression. Amara's gun deals bonus elemental damage based on her action skill element. That's why it's extremely important that we have the shock element here. Now, the last thing we're going to be picking here is Ties That Bind. This is what kind of lock the enemies together. And that is pretty much the overall skill tree. Now let's go ahead and take a look and find out what's going to tie everything together. Like I said in the introduction to my video, this build in particular, guys, is going to allow a couple things to happen. Number one, you're going to have unlimited ammo. You're going to have unlimited health. You're going to have unlimited shields. It is just an amazing build. Like I said, this is the God mode version for Amara. Now, weapons we're using, guys, we are using the following. We are using the Sandhawk. This is our main weapon, the one we're going to be using mostly throughout anything that we're playing. This is an extremely powerful weapon. In addition to that, we are never going to be running out of ammo with this, and I'll explain after I explain the loadout how you want to play with this build and what you want to do to always have ammo when you're using this build. So what we have here as part of our anointment is consecutive hits. Increase weapon damage by 1% per hit. Misses, remove all bonuses. So you want to make sure you're hitting those shots. I'll explain how we're doing that when we're playing. Then, guys, once again, we're using the recursion. Once again, with the same anointment. Increase weapon damage by 1% per hit. Then we have, guys, the Insider, which is a really, really good weapon. Once again, with the same anointment. Increase weapon damage by 1% per hit. Technically speaking, you could go with the other anointment too, where you do more damage, 300 damage when people are over 90 health. Because when we're face grasping, we want to make sure we're face grasping the right enemy. But right now, I mean, this works really well. This works wonders, guys. So the last weapon is the KSN that we're using as well, with the same anointment. Now, this one could also be using the 300 anointment as well. I think it would be a little bit more beneficial to you guys, since this weapon, you're going to primarily be using it if you go down, or for some reason you really need to kill an enemy really fast. This is going to be a very, very good weapon. But we have it with the anointment. Consecutive hits increase weapon damage per hit per 1%. Like I said, I will be uploading the save file with all these weapons, so you guys definitely do not want to miss up on them. Now, the next thing we're using, of course, is our shield. This is the Transformer shield. And what this is going to do, guys, it's going to give us a lot of shield, right? It's going to give us a lot of shield. Basically, the Transformer is my favorite shield. But what makes this amazing is the anointment. On shield break, The next shot deals 100% shield capacity as bonus amp damage. This is going to give you an extensive amount of damage. You're going to be hitting the 2 million mark, even 21 million when shooting your recursion. So extremely powerful build, guys. Extremely powerful. The next thing we're using, guys, is we're using our grenade. And now our grenade is called the Ice, the Whispering Ice. This is one of my favorite grenades due to the fact that when you throw it, the ice comes out from the ground. I love this grenade. This grenade is awesome. So it says on action skill and gain 50% bonus cryo damage with weapon for 10 seconds. Remember, cryo damage is the best damage you could possibly use. So when using this grenade, what you want to do is you want to make sure, guys, you lob your grenade and then you pull out your recursion, or you go pull out the insider, because what that's going to do, it's going to give you that next 10% damage. Remember, this is what you want to use. So if you face grass, throw your grenade, pull out the recursion, get that extra additional cryo damage that it's going to hit even harder with your recursions. That's what you guys see right here. I have both of these with cryo, and they work amazing. So now for our classified, guys, we're using the Flooring Breaker. Now what this is going to do is that Amara gains damage reduction. This bonus is based on the distance to the enemy. The closer the enemy is, the greater the bonus. Damage reduction up to 29%. That means if you get close to an enemy, you are not going to be taking a lot of damage. But what makes this class mod even better is you're picking up the 32 splash damage, which is extremely important because everything that we're going to be hitting is going to want to be done with splash damage. Then we're going to be doing 28 weapon damage, and then we get an additional negative 20 damage reduction. So technically speaking, we're getting, I'm going to say, rounding it off, 50% damage reduction, even though it's 49, but a 50% damage reduction when we're shooting an enemy. So we are not going to be going down. The last thing that's tying everything together is the elemental projector pullout method. This is going to give you elemental damage boost of 103%. Extremely important, because not only is this going to pull the enemy together, but it's going to give you that increment of 103. We got that with 25% elemental resistance. So on the top of what we already have, which is the 49, we're adding another 25 to that, guys. So on top of, let's say on top of the 50, we're adding 25. It gives us 75 elemental resistance. 75%. Technically speaking, everything is 74, but it rounds out to 75. We get a plus 50 magazine size and plus 40 area of effect damage. Extremely tapping into that splash damage. So after putting all this together, what exactly is making this all tie in together? Well, the way you want to play with this build, it's super easy. You want to get up close and personal to every single enemy. What you're trying to achieve here is you're trying to make sure that when you're shooting someone, you're either shooting them right in the chest or right in front of them, so that splash damage is hitting you, and that splash damage is causing you to go without dying, which is going to restore pretty much your transformer shield. You're not going to be going down. It's going to restore your ammo. It's going to restore your health. Basically, what you want to do is you want to get as close as you possibly can, because that shock damage that you're getting applied to yourself is going to make you more powerful. It's going to give you more damage. You're going to become pretty much God mode, so you want to get up close. If you cannot get up close to an enemy, all you have to do is look at your little feetsies and shoot your feet, and that's going to restore everything. It's going to restore the ammo. It's going to give you a health regen. It's going to give you shield regen, and overall give you damage to output. So very easy, guys, very easy. If you ever run out of bullets, all you got to do is shoot the ground, get that shock, and you'll be able to get it back. That is what makes this build extremely powerful, because since we're using the Sandhawk, what that's going to do is we could get up to an enemy, do a ton of damage, and get our ammo back, do a lot of damage, and in addition to that, not go down because our shield is coming back up. That is how you want to play it. Now, you want to be fake grasping, because we're also going to be getting our weapon damage from there. So fake face grasp, get up close and personal, shoot your Sandhawk, and bing bada bing, everybody's dead, as you guys are watching here in the gameplay. If you're fighting an enemy at long distance, or there are a ton of enemies for mobbing, you want to plunk everybody together, face grasp them, lob your grenade, put out your recursion, and everybody will go automatically down. Now, this particular build is good for everything: bossing, mobbing, raids, everything that you want to do. This build will do everything great. Now, make sure you guys do not miss out on this save file. Link is down below to our Discord channel. Let's get this video to 200 likes so you guys can get all this amazing weapons, this awesome build, and get a chance to play with God Mode Amara. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video.